Fireworks popping, blunt in the breeze. Smoke trails curl, dance with the trees. Red, white, blue, and the green in my palm.
Okay,
America's
ladies and
anthem,
gentlemen,
we sing
welcome
it
to the
calm.
Chill Hut.
4th of July, we rise
Queen, are you
high.
ready?
Clouds rolling deep, let the moments fly. Friends by my side, spark under the
Yes,
moonlight.
sir.
Freedom's a vibe, the conscious are tuned.
I'm passing the mic over to Queen for our
Grass
welcoming
line,
speech to
farm
all of our
building next to
newcomers.
the still.
Come vibe with us. Drinks in hand, smoke in the air, and no topic off limits. Welcome to the Chill Hut, the ultimate 18 plus hangout where the conversation flows as freely as the drinks and the weed. Every week we kick back and shoot the breeze on whatever's on our minds. From weird news and wild personal stories to stoner thoughts and deep late night debates. It's raw, unfiltered, and always a good time. Expect real talk, good laughs, and chill vibes. And once a month, we're joined by a guest to stir things up and bring their own flavor to the mix. Whether you're rolling up, winding down, or just looking for something real and offbeat, pull up a seat at the Chill Hut. New episodes weekly, 18 plus only. Bring your own booze, bring your own bud.
Alrighty, thank you, Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to first off thank every single one of you on the Twitch side, the four of you, and Immortality. How many do we got over on the YouTube side? But I want to thank everyone for being here on the 4th of July and listen to our stream and listen to the podcast and everything. We actually have a pretty good episode today. We have our special guest for the month is Rude Gaming. Rude,
Yeah.
say hello to the fans.
Yo, what's up? Sorry, I don't know if
Okay,
that was my
so
cue, but I took it as my cue.
yeah, it was your cue. So I'm just gonna sit here and tell everyone, sit back, make sure that you got a nice buzz rolling, have some fun, and enjoy the rest of your 4th of July. Oh, Rocky. But so sit back, get ready for a lot of questions for Rude, and make sure that the chat stays in a good vibe. Immortality, do you got anything that you want to add? Yep. Okay, so today's episode on my behalf is brought to you by three different strands today. We have Strawberry Dream, Rose, and Clough Sunset. Those are the three strands that I'll be smoking on during the episode. And we're going to get fucked up. And remember, the word of the day is blinker. If someone uses that, I have to take a blinker. All right. So I will sit there and pass the mic over to Immortality for now. Immortality, you will. How about we start off with? You can start off with the first question there.
I mean, honestly, this whole week, honestly, I don't fucking know what's going on at all. Uh, it's honestly been the craziest year that we've ever had in terms of business. We do obviously coffee. We're a local coffee shop. Nothing like your Starbucks. Honestly, you come to Alaska, any coffee shop here will put Starbucks to shame. And that's a pretty widely thing. In fact, it's almost like local coffee shops in general, like mom and pop coffee shops, are like becoming the new trend like all over the states. Compared to like Starbucks's. Um, but yeah, we do a lot of coffee, we do a lot of food, a lot of like made to order food, good quality, you know. So yeah.
Oh yeah. And just to give a quick little shout out to it, the name of the coffee shop, ladies and gentlemen, is Spruce Burl Espresso. If you guys happen to come across it over there in Alaska, go check it out. So first of the kind of gaming / streaming questions here. So number one, we have, what got you into streaming, sir?
I mean, streaming is like the way that I look at streaming, and like this is a very controversial like topic kind of nowadays. Is like I don't look at it as like something that's easier than like a job, but I also do. And like that was like the big thing that I was chasing for the longest time. Is like, for me personally, like I'm a big homebody. I hate going out. I hate even like going to work. So for me, the thing that like really sung to me was how easy it was to sit here at my computer, do something that I already do anyway, because I'm addicted to like video gaming in general.
And doing something you just enjoy.
Yeah, and making money off of it and everything like that. Obviously, over time, that hasn't like worked out. I'm a relatively small streamer whenever I do stream. Mostly just gaining the views of like some friends, but the real drive initially was just like kind of looked at it as like easy money. And yeah.
All right. For the next question, I'm actually going to pass the mic over to Queen. If she's ready.
I am not ready.
Alrighty. Then I guess I'll hold it down for number 2 then. What got you into gaming, Rude?
Oh, dang. That's actually kind of a good question. When I was like 3 years old, my dad owned like a computer repair shop. And it was like CS:GO Source, I think it was. Like, he had it running on his computer, and I kind of like fell in love with that. With like playing that. And then what really like took off with like my video gaming was my my father was stationed in Kosovo. During like back in like 01, 02, something like that.
Yeah.
And oh no, actually this would have been a little bit later, like 07, something like that. And my mom and my dad used World of Warcraft as like a means to have like date nights. So like my mom would stay up to like 3 a.m. after like working a full day just so they could do like their little date nights. and I saw them playing all the time, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll set you up with an account, but like, you have rules, etc."
Mm-hmm.
And then like just World of Warcraft really like spiraled me into like being addicted to video gaming. Um, that was like a rough upbringing in life as well. Just like really sent me into video gaming as like an escape from life.
Mm-hmm. And that was something that you brought up to us when we were first starting to get to kind of break the ice a little bit. You mentioned, and this kind of ties into both question 1 and 2. You mentioned you only stream WoW, World of Warcraft, correct?
Yeah, for the most part, I find like so like the problem with like and I'm sorry to cut you off,
You're
but
good.
like the problem that I find with like streaming any other game is like one like I know so much more about World of Warcraft than probably most people like realize that are friends with me, and
Mhm.
then excluding like lore because I think just like lore is kind of not really fun to me in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Um, but like I just find like playing the game so much more enjoyable, so much more fun whenever I can sit there and like explain it to people. And then like the other reason why I don't like stream like Call of Duty, which is like another game that I enjoy thoroughly, and like RP is because one, COD is like it's my rage inducing game. Like um I just don't like find it like good viewing, right?
Yeah.
And then like the RP is like I feel really bad when I can't interact with the people that are in my chat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just it's just easier for me to not stream it at all.
That's one thing I've kind of noticed about uh like Call of Duty streamers is like the one thing that all of them have in common is they fucking rage like no tomorrow. And you can't say a single fucking COD streamer does not rage. It's happened to every single big COD like big like Call of Duty streamer or like any of the multiplayer online games. You can't tell me that there's not a single time that you haven't sat there and said everybody has at least raged in this game at least one time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that also kind of segues into our third question. Guardian, are you available?
Yes, I am.
I will pass the mic over to you, sir, to ask this third question.
Okay. Why do you only? Uh, did you already ask the question about
I didn't
WoW completely?
I didn't really ask it. I didn't ask it, but we kind of like nudged into it a little bit.
Okay. Well, we were going to. Why just live stream WoW fully? But if y'all nudged at that already,
Yeah.
we can go ahead
I
and
mean,
skip that one if need to.
yeah, I mean the answer really just simply put is like I can be way more interactive with World of Warcraft than I can with like any other game that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we also a little bird also told us that you also do role playing for 5M.
Yeah.
What got you into that?
What actually got me into it? What really got me? Oh, I have a friend that I've played WoW with for many years now. That um I don't know, has kind of like adopted me as like her little brother. And one day she was streaming it, and at the time she was like an EMS person. She was like head of EMS for this little old server that like nowadays is like kind of dried up and really doesn't exist, but kind of does still exist. Kind of like more like a passion project. But anyway, I was like, yo, what is this? And she was explaining it to me, and I was like, yo, I want to try it out. And um, I fell in love with the ability to like uh just be who I can't be IRL, like legally. I mean, I don't I can't go and legally rob a bank IRL, so I want to experience that in RP and experience storylines and um having like ADHD and like the ability to, or not like ability, but um like this weird thing where I always want to challenge myself, like the way that things and scripts like constantly adapt. Um itches that brain. And so like that's kind of why I fell in love with it and started doing it.
It's just sad. That's kind of the same mentality I had going into it. It's like I can
Oh,
legally, I can legally go rob people and beat people up.
and that's the
And
same mentality that I have. Is like from somebody that suffers from epilepsy. Um, I can't drive a vehicle. I can't go out and work the jobs that I want to work. So being able to role play is a way for me to basically disconnect with my real life.
Mm, makes a lot of
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. Um, Queen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what other
We have,
games? Oop, sorry.
no,
Um.
sorry, I was setting up with my mic.
Oh, you good. So what other games do you have in your library?
um I dude, that's such a I have like 7 Days to Die, which is like a pretty good, like a game that I enjoy pretty often.
5,000
Um,
hours, baby.
yeah, I don't have that much. I think I'm at like 160, maybe 200 hours, something like that. Uh, but like, oh, 262 hours. Sorry, I just pull up my Steam. So, uh, like that game is like a game that I enjoy and like will play a lot. Factorio, I have 260 hours in there, so like I enjoy that a lot.
I've heard that's a good one.
Um, oh, dude, it's one of those games that you can pick up and put down so much, and you just always feel happy picking it up. What other game like World of Warcraft, COD, RP, Factorio, like Schedule One was like a recent one, but that kind of
Ooh.
got stale. 7 Days to Die. Um, a low key like very good show that I have like in my library that's kind of underrated because it's not really like mainstream is a game called Soulstone Survivors.
Ooh.
Um, it's like an ARPG that like I play a lot whenever I'm bored and just need like 20 minutes of something to do. So yeah.
All right.
Well, we're gonna allow Rude to have the floor here.
Okay.
I know that he has some questions, but before that, um, immortality.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to allow our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful followers and viewers to know about our partnership with our new friends?
Alrighty. Didn't know we were doing this early. All right. All right. Let me pull it up really fast. Okay. All right, so everybody on the YouTube side and hopefully on the Twitch side as well. I didn't send it to you. Fuck. Bear with me
I have the
for.
QR code brought up.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you will see on the screen a QR code for a discount. What might that discount be, you may ask? It happens to be a discount code for a game server of your choosing, ranging from Minecraft to 7 Days to Die, and anything of that sort. Head on over to billing.boosted.net. That is BOOZTED.net for listed servers. And their servers are found within GitHub/Pelican Eggs. So if you guys want to go ahead and scan this QR code right here on flashing on the screen, you guys will get and use code Misfits at checkout. You guys will receive 15% off of your first server that you are renting.
Yep. And again, that is 15% off of any of the servers that you decide to purchase from them. And just for prime example, a standard server for Minecraft runs anywhere from $80 to $89. And
For a
you were
good one.
getting it for a good one. And you were getting 15% off on that. Like the savings that you were having there is amazing. So again, QR code's still up there. Even if you don't want to buy some, go check them out. Like, at least do something. And if they ask you, tell them the Misfits sent you. Again, that is code //misfits. So now let's get back to Rude here. So Rude, I know that you have some questions for us, and the floor is now yours.
All right. So, am I asking to the whole floor or to someone specific?
Whomever you
It's
feel.
whatever you want to do.
Whomever you
Like,
feel,
if you want to
sir.
ask the whole floor. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, actually, this one is a kind of a question for everybody. Like, what's like the moment that like you knew that like you fell in love with like RP and wouldn't like almost never put it down again?
Okay. How about immortality? You take the first one on that one.
And I kind of think that's fair too, considering I'm the newest one of the RPing scene, because I've only been RPing for less than a year, or a little over a year and a half, somewhere around there. Probably on my Ragnar character on Hazy Days. When I first not only joined the MC, I went to prospect to member within like a couple of hours, because when I went to prospect, I kind of put that mentality of, all right, I'm gonna make a name for myself, and did everything that I was told. So, and I actually got recognition for that, and that was kind of the moment like, hey, my name's getting out there, I can't really leave now. So I think that was kind of my moment, was getting accepted into the MC.
Okay.
Okay. Who would you like to pass the mic to?
Well, I'll ask this question: who has the least amount of RP experience between you and Queen?
I believe Queen.
Then I would give that one
Yeah.
to I'd give that one to Queen.
I will say I have the least experience of everybody.
Oh, Fallen's here.
For a couple of minutes, yes.
Okay. Why don't we hear Fallen's then? Well, he's here.
All right,
Oh
then.
boy. Me, I think the situation on what got me into RP and just I knew that I wanted to do it and would never stop doing it. Wasn't actually me playing RP, it was me watching RP. Once again, I mentioned him a lot, Bay Area Bugs. He's the one who got me into it, and just seeing the friends he's made, all the good times he's had, and just the wacky shit that you can do that you can't normally do in real life. That has amazed me to the point where I would love being able to have a way to do that. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Queen.
So I've been RPing about 2.5 years now. And I never did any D&D, any of that stuff. Like that was my very first time role playing, and I was following my friend group. Wasn't something I was actually looking into. First two servers were not great. I never really fit in, never got help. And then I went to one server and happened to meet two people on random little experiences that both pushed me in RP. They were patient with me and taught me what I needed to know and all that. And they pushed my confidence in RP. So that was a big start of, hey, I feel like I belong here.
Hmm.
And then what really hooked me was when my character's backstory actually started having a purpose,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of started in that city, but then really skyrocketed in the next city, which I have Guardian to thank for a lot of the push with my character's backstory. And now it's been this whole thing, like so much details, so much thought process, so much character and story building. And that creativity and able to actually focus on a story instead of just the grind for money,
Mm-hmm.
that was when it was really like, I'm somewhere I belong, I'm somewhere that I enjoy, I have great people around me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm hooked.
Right.
Makes sense.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay. My what actually got me into role playing was just having the experience of D&D and other things like that. Um, but what really solidified it for me was one day a friend of mine asked me to write a comic books series with him for our English class. And it was also for our art class. Which, honestly, I loved the idea of it. I wound up making the most randomest story about a superhero called El Bino,
Albino.
and we had three other. El Bino. He got his superpowers by eating beans, and we made like three comics, and I was like, okay, I could wind up making some amazing stories here. And I just ran with that. I wound up making a lot of stories in high school, um, for English and everything. Wound up just started writing random stories, stuff like that. And then it just wound up becoming second nature to me and being like, okay, I can be an actor in this. And then when I got my very first server, whenever I got into my very first server, it was when we sit there and that was when I was able to explore more of it. And I gotta give out the shout out to the friend that brought me there, Mrs. Cat. She was fucking amazing, head of EMS. She was my best friend. She allowed me to role play the way that I wanted to role play, and never complained about a thing, and always wound up making some of the best scenes out there, even though she was only around for short spurts of time.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I got on my end.
How long have you been RPing for?
I've been RPing for 6 years.
Damn, so I'm the veteran here, eh?
Well, everyone starts somewhere.
True, true, true. No, I'm not saying that as like a dog. It's just honestly the way that Queen speaks like about RP, I would have thought that Queen had like 10, 11 years of doing it.
No,
So
like
She-
as as much as I've technically been RPing for 2.5 years, I really only say that I've been RPing for one because I didn't actually start learning and being able to RP until I hit the one city. And for me, that's like where I started actually learning and RPing and going somewhere and not just doing the grindy work.
yeah, that's fair.
That was the hardest fucking thing to get her out of that. Oh my god, I wanted to pull my hair out.
I still like my grinding. Like, I love
Yeah, but
having the
it's a lot more
storyline, but I like
moderated
going and, yep.
That's
because you have like this is my opinion. You have two different versions of role players. You have the grindy, and then you have the story grindy. I am a mixture of both because I like to grind and gain money and do my stuff that way. But I like to do it in ways that I can talk to people.
I'm
that's
a
fair.
little on the grindier side still, but I do that social grind also. I'm still learning on that. I'm still trying to get better at it because of my social anxiety, but I do enjoy those experiences once I overcome the do I really want to go talk to someone?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Um, all right, taking this one a little bit away from RP. I'm gonna kind of be going in and out of like RP questions because like that's the only thing we have in common.
Mhm.
But like taking this one away from RP. Um, this is like starting with let's start with immortality. Off the top of your dome, what's your hottest take right now? Like just in life, the world, everything like that. Or
Life
anything.
sucks.
Okay. I mean, that's not a hot take, brother.
Fuck it, Chick-fil-A's overrated. I guess some would take that as a hot take. I don't know.
Is that really even okay? Is that really even a hot take?
I don't know. There's some to agree with me, some to say it's a fucking hot. I don't know.
That's fair. Guardian.
Oh shit.
Put on the spot.
Yeah, I'm kind of put on the spot there. Shit. A gun in the hand is better than a gun in the pocket.
Okay. Okay. Queen.
Y'all have me confused now. Thought we were doing hot takes, not quotes.
I mean,
Everything can be
gun
a
in the
hot
hand
take.
might be
Everything
yeah.
can
Gun
really
in the
be a hot
hand can be
take.
considered a hot take. Like, what's your hot take, Queen?
I'd have to say when my kids were born.
Damn.
Oh, you were talking about those. Like, that is hot takes. If we're talking that, it would be the day that my daughter was born.
That's a hot take. Okay. All right.
Like, I'm getting two different variants of hot takes here. Like,
Hot take,
shit.
like a controversial take right now. Like,
we all confused.
Oh,
Vanilla's better than chocolate.
controversial take.
yeah, like what? Like
No,
something that's like something that's bound to get people to disagree with you.
Vanilla's better than chocolate.
You're just objectively wrong.
Pineapple does not go on pizza.
Thank you.
Okay, you're also objectively wrong.
You're a psychopath.
You can go. There's
depends on how
a
it's
special
done, though.
place in hell for you.
It depends on how it's done.
Hang on. Let me hear him out. Let's hear what you
Okay.
got.
So pineapple on pizza as a plain topping does not work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do warm or cold pineapple on the pizza. That's just like it doesn't work. However, I want you to order chicken feta pineapple and let them work their magic.
You lost me. No, you lost me.
Why? Like what
Pizza
about that
should
sounds so
be
bad?
traditional. Pizza should be traditional.
Arguably that is traditional though, except for the pineapple. You can put feta on pizza. It's traditional.
Yeah. But you do
But-
not put pineapple on pizza. See, I'm part Italian and it causes my skin to crawl when people put pineapple on pizza.
It just straight up doesn't belong.
No.
Exactly.
It does.
Oh no, Queen's a lot worse. Queen's, you like to tell everyone what you like on your pizza.
I swear to God, if you
'Cause
say
there's a hot
pineapple
take.
and anchovies at the same time, I'm gonna walk out this room right now.
No,
So,
you're about to
no,
punch the
no.
monitor.
So by us, one of the pizza places has an ultimate Hawaiian pizza.
Oh my God.
It's your pineapple, your Canadian bacon, and mandarin oranges.
What the fuck?
It's really good.
And all that's hot.
Dude, that makes me want to crawl into Patrick's rock and go into fetal position.
It gives me nightmares.
That makes me want to do the fucking fetal position, bro. I just want to curl up in a ball.
Is a stretch, but fucking oranges, that's just too much. That's cringe. That's
You
You know-
belong in a psych ward.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
God, dude.
I run the asylum. I have my own psych ward. Okay.
Yeah,
I already knew I belonged in a psych ward. I made my own.
fucking mandarin
That's-
oranges on a pizza. Ew.
Hey, At first, I was worried to try it, even though I like Hawaiian pizzas.
I don't even
But I
like fucking
tried
white
it, and
pizzas.
it was so much
Oh
better
my
than
god.
expected.
Dude,
I would ask if you were high whenever you were eating that, but I know that you ate this before you started smoking. So,
Yep.
oh god.
she just naturally belongs in a fucking asylum, bro. That's all you gotta say about that.
I can't guarantee that I wasn't pregnant and might have.
I mean, that you can understand, because that would
Honestly,
be a
because of that.
craving. That would be a craving.
But I do still like it.
Because, boys, we all know when the wife is pregnant, she wants some weird shit.
Mine did,
Quote it, and put it on your wall.
Mine did peanut butter and spicy Cheetos.
Hey, that doesn't sound too bad. That's a stoner combination right there.
Yes.
You can go to hell with that.
That's a stoner combination and a half right there, bro. I might actually go try that right now.
I
I need a
My-
blinker just to even deal with y'all's food taste right now.
The only weird craving I had between my two kids was Blue Moon ice cream with grapes on the side. Not together, like I was eating them at the same sit down, but I wasn't mixing them together.
No, that's not that bad though.
No. I don't have a lot of the fun, wild pregnancy stories. My kids were nice to me.
Yeah.
Okay, you got any more questions for us, Rude?
I got like one more to um
Thinking has initiated.
okay. I got a question. It's 4th of July related.
Oh,
Okay. Assume that it's just you. Okay. I mean, like you're lighting off for like an audience, whatever, right? But like it's just you. You don't have like anyone to worry about or like worry about you in the world. You know, like type shit.
mm-hmm.
Are you lighting off fireworks responsibly or irresponsibly?
Irresponsibly.
Irresponsibly.
Irresponsibly. I'm not even gonna fucking hesitate.
Irresponsibly.
I'm not even gonna hesitate, bro. I would be so goddamn irresponsible with that. I'd probably burn every fucking tree down. I'm not even gonna lie.
Queen?
So I would be irresponsible, but not off the wall irresponsible.
Okay. Okay.
The irresponsibility level for me is I would try to shove a firework on an RPG. I do the firework launcher from GTA. In real life.
I don't even know you that long, but like, why does that sound like it'd be something that you would actually do?
Fucking dance, monkey dance. Why is it hot?
Alright, well, speaking of fireworks, give me a moment. We actually, once I'm able to figure it out, I will have firework fails brought up.
Would you like us to do a little bit of a segue moment?
Yeah, give us a second. If anyone's got to use the bathroom or anything, this will be the perfect time. We'll have some music playing and stuff in the background.
All right, everybody, and for the music that is going to be playing in the background, we are going to be showing you guys Burning Sky made from our boy Guardian here. He has been absolutely killing it with the music lately. It sounds absolutely fucking awesome. Please, everybody in the chats, let us know what you think, and then we will be back momentarily.
Yes, we will. Alright, I got it fixed.
Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Yep. Welcome back. Sorry about the delay on that, y'all. But we will have some firework funnies here. So let's get ready for these. Just as a small reaction, because you brought up if we were safe or not about the fireworks.
Which was actually a beautiful segue into this segment.
Yes. We were actually debating on doing these. But before I go on, I'm going to tell you a funny personal story that happened whenever I was growing up. I believe it's funny now, but whenever it happened, it was fucking tragic as hell. But one of my buddies, his dad went and bought a bunch of illegal fireworks for the 4th of July. He brings them back, fucking Roman candles, fucking all of them like that. Well, we decided that we were going to have a bottle rocket fight. Well, as we're in this midst of having a bottle rocket fight, my friend decided to take 2 M80s and zip time to his bottle rocket and let it go, like see what happens. As this happens, he shoots it towards his dad, thinking that it would explode before it got to him. It got maybe about a foot away. I don't know if you'll know about M80s, but those are small packs of dynamite. And 2 of them were on there. And it blew up right in his face. Then him flying back a good 5 feet. And all this motherfucker could say is he stood up, looked at us, and said, America, and laid back down and just groaned for about an hour and acted like everything was fine afterwards.
Fucking America, baby. Happy birthday, America.
So, like, looking at it now, I'm thinking that shit's fucking funny as hell. Like, that would be something I would do. So, everyone enjoy the compilation here. We got a 5-minute compilation of funny fails here. So, let's enjoy it.
Run, boy, run.
Oh, shit.
That was bright. That was bright. I can't really hear nothing, buddy. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Oh, damn!
What the fuck?
Damn! Oh, shit! Got it in the fucking apartment. Oh, shit! I'm not trying to hear myself twice. Run, boy, run. The frames on that video. Holy shit. Dude, what are you thinking, bro? Okay, he just wanted a Beyblade. He wanted an explosive Beyblade.
Oh, shit!
He just wanted a fucking explosive Beyblade, bro. Holy shit. Oh no! It's an explosive boomerang! Oh shit! Yo! What? That's too close to your house, brother. That's aimed directly at your... Okay. So what did we learn?
Oh shit!
Run, motherfuckers, run! Oh, y'all hitting the wrong spot. Y'all are too close, man. Y'all too close, man. Shit can happen. Yeah, read the caption. This is why we don't play with fireworks. Run, boy! Oh, How the face full of snow feel? Where'd it go? Not where you wanted it to. Are you trying to mortar strike a fucking firework? This is what we call a redneck army right here. And it failed. Off track. Oh, shit. Way too close to that tree there, bruh. When shooting fireworks goes wrong. Your house is not. Your house is now a Christmas tree.
Yeah, house was fucked.
Hey, Guardian, can you pause this real quick? This is a PSA. This is a PSA to everybody playing with fireworks. You do realize that they are explosives. They have gunpowder, and when they get hot, they burn. Don't put it next to trees.
Yes, and if you were planning to mess with fireworks today, do it responsibly, people. I know we've talked about doing it irresponsibly, but we're a bunch of gaggling monkeys here. Like we run the asylum.
And this is why we don't go out and buy fireworks.
Exactly.
Because we don't trust ourselves with them. We will cause so much chaos. We will cause so much more chaos than we know what to do with.
Alright, the redneck mortar for prime example. Immortality. Tell me, do you see us doing that together?
I would do that by myself. What the fuck you mean?
Right?
I would do that for fun, not even on the 4th of July. I'd do a DIY mortar. Like, damn.
Yeah, we truly want to push. Do not repeat. Do not.
Please don't
do anything crazy.
Please don't.
Because then, if we lose y'all, we lose the people that help push the podcast even further.
And for on the YouTube side, everybody, thank you for the likes. We have 2 likes at the moment. So for you two beautiful souls that decided to take the time out of your day to drop a like on the stream, we highly appreciate it. That helps us greatly beat the algorithm and helps spread the podcast out to more people. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, it does. And I want to say thank you to the 5 viewers that are watching on Twitch. It was 6, but just dropped down to 5. But y'all are amazing people. I want to say thank you to the 7 followers that we have so far. Y'all are amazing. The podcast is honestly doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't do it without y'all.
We
We
wouldn't be
couldn't do it
continuing if we
without,
didn't have an audience.
yeah, we couldn't do it without audience, and we couldn't do it without people like Rude who's gladly taking their time out of their day and sitting down and answering our goofy ass questions and shit, and just putting up with our shenanigans. But we do have another segment here, as we brought up earlier in the episode. Rude does own a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pass the mic over here to kind of give a plug and a shout out to Rude here. I know Immortality, he's got the voice of a fucking angel. So we're not only going to shout out your YouTube, we're not only going to shout out your Twitch, we're also going to shout out your coffee shop and location if that's fine with you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, Immortality, you have the mic.
Alrighty, so for our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the chat, can we get like a poggers in the chats or some sort of thank you to Rude Gaming for showing his beautiful face on our podcast today on a very special 4th of July edition. He could be out with his friends, with his family, but instead he chose to be here and do this interview with us. And like Guardian said earlier, answer all of our goofy ass questions and just enjoy the chaos. Our boy Rude does stream over on Twitch. It is twitch.tv/Rude Gaming. Anybody in the Twitch chat, you may have seen he chatted earlier, so if you guys on the Twitch side want to go give him a follow, he is as said, Rude Gaming. Just click on his name, hit that little heart, fill it out, make sure you're followed, give this man all the love and support you can. Now over on the coffee shop side, we have the coffee shop name is Spruce Burl Espresso. As I said earlier on in the episode, the coffee shop is located in Glen Allen, Alaska. There it goes. Don't say that one very often. But yeah,
It's not one that's very common.
yeah. But again, it's Glen Allen, Alaska. Spruce Burl Espresso coffee shop. Make sure if you guys are in the area, make sure to go give him a visit. Go try out some coffee. He's got some. He self said he blows Starbucks and Dunkin' and all of them out of the water. So we highly, highly suggest going and giving them a look.
Yeah. And there is no promotion code or anything, but if you happen to be a listener from Alaska or you're making a trip down there and you happen to catch yourself in the coffee shop, tell them the Chill Hut sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we have some questions for you on that. I will go with the first question. Just give me one moment to bring it up. The first question is, what made you want to run a coffee shop?
Oh. Actually, wasn't even really originally like my idea. I thought that I was gonna be uh kind of a just, a corporate slave for the rest of my life. After my wife and I lost our first child, my parents and I decided that we were going to it's basically like been always my mom's dream to own a coffee shop. And then after we lost our, or after my wife and I lost our first child, um, my mom and dad were like, "Yo, we're gonna do a coffee shop," kind of like to make sure to like remember her, and everything like that. And I was like, "Yo, this is like dope. I want in."
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like ever since then, like 3 years ago, we just kind of been vibing. You know, doing the thing in remembrance of her, and um yeah, it's kind of brought like our family together a lot more.
That's awesome. It's awesome to hear. Well, awesome to hear, but
Okay,
not
I'm gonna
awesome to
pass
hear.
the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a humble story
Yeah.
on where you got your start. Like me personally, I have a story that got me into content creating
Mm-hmm.
that's similar to that. I lost someone very dear to me in 2020, and they wanted me to actually push for me to be a streamer. And I wound up accepting that and was like, okay. And I pushed hard to gain what I've gotten so far. But Queen, would you like to ask the next question?
Sure. Um, so how long have you been in business with the coffee shop?
My parents and I have owned it for 3 years, I think it is. I think 3 years this August. Yeah, 3 years
So
in August. In August. Yep, August 1st.
it's a family ran business.
Yeah. Yep. My
Okay.
wife works there now full time. I'm there full time as a manager, and like obviously not like official owner, but I'm inheriting the business, so there's that. And then my parents are like the, the official owners, and yeah.
So
Right.
what's that time frame kind of look like for those years? Like how's the progression gone along, if I may ask? Like what are the kind of the steps into getting where you're at now?
Uh, in terms of like what exactly do you like mean by that?
Just kind of like what from like when you started, like experience wise, to the experience that you have now. What would you say your biggest like challenge during that time would be?
Um, ooh, biggest challenge. I mean, like everybody's like, I feel like everybody's answer is always gonna be like people, like employees.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like that's just like such a cop out answer, honestly. I mean, like it definitely like in our area, it definitely sucks. Because our area is so small, that like employment is a bit rough. But like if I really had to say, it's like actually growing as a person at like an even faster pace
Mm-hmm.
than like being used to. Like I have to internalize things a lot faster than I'm used to as a person. Because usually like it takes me like months to like internalize stuff and like really process it and like change it for the better in my life. But now, like with owning the coffee shop and how fast like evolving the coffee shop is, and like the industry, and then like being a manager of like employees and things like that, like I have to adapt, like, and like grow as a human, like on the spot, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's just like that's the biggest struggle.
So like would you say like that's the biggest struggle for you personally, or just as like a business standpoint?
Uh, Personally and honestly, kind of like as a business standpoint as well. Like my parents are going through it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mom and dad came from, like, they've been in leadership positions before, but like they've never obviously owned a business.
Mm-hmm.
My parents both worked at like a company called Live Ops for like 15 years in teletech. Both like big like companies. You think of like the people that like way before there was like this big like DoorDash and Uber Eats like era, you
Mhm.
think of like the people that took like phone calls for like Pizza Hut, Domino's, you think of like Humera,
The
like
basic customer service.
LifeLock type shit. Yeah, like they had like employees like that did that shit for like 15 years. Um and like so going from like the corporate life of that to like owning a business and having to like change how you are as a person. I mean, my dad is 50, my mom is 48, or 49, something like that. Um, and like they're doing growth that they never thought that they would have to ever do in their life. You know, they've seen it all, they've done it all. And like they're now having to adapt to teenagers because that's just our target like employment audience. And customer base kind of obviously, but yeah,
Yeah.
just a lot of adapting to like the world, like current world needs, and
Current demand
in
and
terms of that,
everything.
yeah,
Yeah. I got you.
it's kind of wild.
All right. I think Queen had the last question, so I think it's my turn. Question mark?
Yes.
Alrighty. So back onto the coffee shop, kind of like behind the scenes. What's your specialty item?
Ooh, um,
And more particularly, what's the item that kind of makes your coffee shop different than the rest?
ooh, ooh. I want to say it's really like an item per se. I mean, like we sell like crepes and like paninis, and like we do some other like off the wall shit, but like I would say more like it's like a mantra that we almost have. Like all of our coffee is like made to order, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more like to do with like our food side. You know, you can go to a coffee shop like locally or, you know, lower 48 whatever. You can get like a decent like breakfast burrito that, you know, that's frozen, and like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that shit's like hit or miss, you know, whatever. Like we make everything to order. All
So
of
y'all
our
make it the
food is
good
made to
shit.
order.
Y'all make the
Yeah.
good shit. Mm-hmm.
So it's not so much like an item, it's more like just like a whole like mantra. Like we like there's not a thing that doesn't like touch like a grill or get cooked in some way before it goes into your mouth.
Into your possession, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. Like that's somewhere that I would trust to put my business towards, because like you said, a lot of these other places are going to give you, you know, a frozen breakfast burrito, or, you know, like a half fucking half frozen breakfast sandwich, you know, like not all the way heated through, or it's really inconsistent. But the way to go is exactly how y'all are doing it, because personally I have worked in so many coffee shops, fast food places, shit like that, to where I know like the secrets behind the fast food business, and like how these corporate companies and franchises do it. Nobody does it
Yeah.
like a fucking mom and pop deal, is what the way I call it.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me
Nobody does
wrong.
it better, bro, in my opinion.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I mean, like, you know, for us being in the area that we're in, I mean, we're like 3 hours away from Anchorage, and like
Mm-hmm.
2.5 hours from like Wasilla, and like just, you know, the location we're at. Yeah, sure. There's some things that, you know, we get in frozen, or there's some things that like we get like pre-done for us. Absolutely, that's just the nature of the
Yeah,
beast of
yeah.
where we
That's just the
live.
nature of owning a business too.
Yeah, but like everything that we can that like is cost efficient is like made by ourselves. I mean, hell, we pay premium top dollar for like we get our biscuits for our biscuits and gravy like brought to us or like from our distributor, but they're not like factory made. They're made by a chef.
No shit.
And like they get like frozen from that chef straight from the chef line right into a freezer bagged and sent to us.
So it's not it, and that's like the what you just said. It makes the whole fucking difference. It's not made in a factory. It's made by a chef. It's a completely different ball game when you keep like say McDonald's for example. Their distributors are pretty much fucking factories because of the mass of product that they need to distribute. Whereas the more higher end companies or higher end like restaurants and mom and pop deals, they can actually go out and get the better stuff like that because it's not, like I said, it's not made in a factory and it's not going to taste different each fucking time based on how you cook it. It's going to taste the exact same. It's going to be consistent. It's going to taste the exact same. It's going to feel the exact same. It's going to, smell the exact same. Like nothing is going to be different if it's made from the same chef every time.
Exactly.
Whereas when you have factory workers, they're just pushing a fucking button and letting it go. They're not really checking that shit. They're just letting the machine do it. That's why I personally love cooking. Like, I personally love cooking, like, at-home meals. Like, for instance, I just made me some chicken minis from Chick-fil-A, but at home. I literally got the little yeast rolls and some little chicken bites and tossed chicken bites in the air fryer. Made up the rolls by myself, kind of just mixed them together, and boom, you got chicken minis. And guess what? It was a lot cheaper and it was a lot better because it was consistent. It tasted the same throughout the entirety of its lifespan from last night to midday today. All right. So I think. Wait, I don't think you ever did really answer it. Did you?
Not really.
Adam?
Yeah, the specialty item.
I mean, I don't think we really have a specialty item.
What is the thing that customers come in and buy the most of besides the coffee?
Like,
or it could be a certain kind of coffee.
Yeah, it could be a certain made coffee, a certain like breakfast item, something like that.
I mean, it's such a cop-out answer, but like, oh, okay, all right. I guess you could say like, Red Bull kickers or like Red Bull like sodas is what people like sometimes call them. Red Bull Italian sodas, whatever. Yeah. So basically, really, what it is just it's original Red Bull, like the original Red Bull flavor with like some like type of like flavor in it.
No shit.
Y'all.
So
like that, or like Lotus, which is like a plant-based energy.
No shit. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess like that you could consider that like to be.
That's
like
what I was kind of. That's what I was kind of like leaning towards when like, in terms of like a specialty item, like something you make that a lot of people like, something y'all make a lot of, like pretty frequently that your customers just adore.
Yeah,
as a specialty item.
I mean, the go-to answers are like lattes, breves, americanos, Red Bull kickers. Like these are all things that like every coffee shop, at least locally, does. So like,
now
when I think of specialty, I think of something that like like it's yours. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Now put it into perspective. You said you've owned this for, or not owned it, but like been a part of it for a long time. What's the item that other than coffee beans, what's the item that you have to restock the most?
Ooh.
Like,
Item I
what's
could
the one you have to
restock?
stock? What's the one you have to stock up on most of the time because it runs out so fast?
Oh. Um. Whipped cream.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's surprising. That would have probably been like my one of the bottom answers that I would have guessed. Like I could have seen like, do you do bagels and stuff as well?
Yeah.
I would
Yes,
assume
we do.
like I would assume like the bagels and like potentially muffins and stuff like that, because when I used to work at the because I used to work at a Dunkin' Donuts,
Hmm.
and my location was right off the highway, like like a major highway,
You know.
and the thing we most ran out of was the original glazed donuts and large cups. Funny
I
enough.
mean, yeah, like one of the biggest things is like our cups. But I was trying to like think of like something that like isn't like an obvious answer.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely like whipped cream is like a big thing.
That's why I was kind of
Um.
surprised when you said that. I was like, wait a minute, what? Because when I worked there was a lot of people that got mad when I did put whipped cream on on top of their like frappes or whatever. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's a pretty
why?
real thing too, which is wild. A lot of people don't like it.
Yeah. Um. All right. So, Guardian, I think I will pass the mic to you for our next question.
All right. What does customer service look like in Alaska? Like how are they? Are they rude? Are they respectful? Like
Ooh. Um. Uh. How is customer service? Interesting. I would say like we're very welcoming. Um, we're very welcoming and like very patient with customers. It's just like overall like really warm. Not really rude. However, we do like I will say like tourist season gets to a lot of Alaskans, and like by the end of tourist season, we're ready for you guys to go home. Um, but like we also understand that it's a lot of our business. But yeah, overall it's like really welcoming.
That is another kind of like branch off the question that I kind of had. It's like, what's the ratio of locals to tourists that you have come through?
I mean, so I don't know the actual statistics of like how many tourists come through during the season. I'm sure I could find it if I actually looked. But like I mean, Alaska only has like 400,000 people in the entire state. Like, or is it that much? It's a very small amount. Like, I'm
A
pretty
lot smaller
sure.
than the rest of the world.
well, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of that population is the natives there.
Yes, yeah. There's a big native population.
And
Yeah, I'm
then you
looking.
had the oil boom that
Oh,
popped up like crazy.
okay. So according to the 2024 consensus for Alaska, or census, not consensus. Alaska has 750,000 people, and tourism in Alaska last year had 1.7 million people.
Damn, so
So
we tripling
tourism
y'all's
literally doubled.
population.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to
So
see how cold it is up there.
true. True.
Got good hunting up there too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is
Okay.
kind of another
Well,
question. Hang on, that's kind of another question I had. Has any wildlife tried to mess with your business?
Not like mess with it. And so like where we work or where the coffee shop's like located, it's like located in like a gas station parking lot. Um, so we have like a lot of crows. So like I think that's like the closest you could say like messes with us, but nothing like moose coming up, nothing like caribou coming up, nothing like bears.
Have you had any encounters while working?
Yeah, yeah.
Are
We
they common?
more common during the winter when there's not as much traffic.
Uh, got you. Sorry to cut you off, Mr. Gordy. I was very curious on that.
no, that's honestly a question that was really good. Um, I was going to ask the native population. I know in certain parts of the U.S., the Native Americans are kind of a whole different breed, if you catch my drift. Um, how are the natives down there? Are they as warm as everyone else is, or are they kind of push offish?
Um, okay, I'm just gonna be very blunt about it because I don't think there's any really way that I can like sugarcoat it. Alaska or natives in like lower 48 are very welcoming compared to Alaskans in or natives in Alaska. I mean, not all and not like a good amount, but like it's a very loud amount of people are very racist towards people that aren't them. Um, and like that's very shitty to think about. That's very shitty to say, but like that's just unfortunately the truth.
The unfortunate
Yeah.
truth unfolds.
Yeah.
And listen, we don't wanna hold any punches back here. Like we're here for the raw, the uncut, and the truth. That's why I asked that question
Uncut and
because
unfiltered.
I've had experience in the lower 48. I've wanted to come to Alaska. I got to stop there one time, but never got to leave the airport. That was it. So, like, I never got to experience anything but the lower 48. I've dealt with a lot of the natives not liking me because of my skin tone. And it's something that's common. We cannot deny it. But we want to be truthful about everything. Um, so I will pass this over to Queen for our last on a question for you.
So, are there any techniques or advice that you would give to a new associate or worker?
Ooh. Techniques or advice. Um, uh, and not even not so much like a worker, but like I'd give it to anyone that's brand new to like customer service. The customer isn't always right.
They want you to think that.
I'm sorry, and like
Thank you.
people always like believe very hardcore that the customer is always right, and like like it's that. But trust me, they're not. They're some customers just need to be put in their place. Some customers are great, and like you try to like bend over backwards for them, and they're always the right ones. But I mean, like it even happened this morning. My mom was like working like her normal self, and like she was getting screamed at by a customer for like nothing that was even her fault. And I mean, my mom just straight up looked at her and told her to shut the fuck up. Right there, right at the business.
I mean, if you own this son of a bitch, you have every right to say that.
Oh, see,
I mean,
I agree, and I'll stand with. In the United States, you can refuse service to anyone for any reason. So, like, that's one
yeah,
thing that I would give to new workers.
yeah. Just don't be afraid to like tell someone to like get lost. Maybe don't do it in like the way that like my parents and I handle it, but just don't be afraid to like not back down. That's really what it is.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Queen.
Hmm?
Queen, you were in the middle of saying something and I accidentally cut you off. Uh, would you like to continue?
Oh, I was just gonna say thank you for saying that. I worked as a cashier for 9 years at our local grocery store, and as a kid, because I started when I was 14, like customers that have that mentality can be traumatizing for new employees or even employees who have been there for a while but are younger. And I mean, it can really traumatize anyone. And like it's very hard to keep that calmness while you're being screamed at because someone thinks they're right and you're just kind of sitting there going, that doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not even going to try and comprehend what you're trying to put down because where the hell is your common sense? So yes,
yeah,
the customer is not always right.
And you can't beat stupid. Like, you
No.
really cannot beat stupid at all.
No, but you can take the warning labels off of things.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we should go back to the old days where warning labels were not a thing. I understand super glue may include adhesives, but the person down the block who's not that smart should not be should not have a second chance if they're going to ingest it or place it on their body.
If my nuts don't contain nuts, I
There's
don't want
something
the
wrong,
nuts.
right?
So of course there's nuts in my nuts.
Okay, well, if we're good on that, I want to turn this over to the chat for a little bit. See if they have any questions for us or the guest. So, Twitch, I'm watching y'all in the chat. So feel free to open up, and same on the YouTube side.
And while you guys are
And what?
thinking of some questions, we will continue. Burning Sky from our
Yep.
break earlier. I'll actually go ahead and restart it for you guys so we can hear the entirety of it. So you guys can have some thinking music to yourselves, to ears. So whenever you guys are ready,
And 3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Again, anyone on the Twitch or YouTube side, I don't know if y'all can hear me that fully great. But everyone on the Twitch and YouTube side, make sure to leave comments stating, asking questions for us and the guest. Please feel free to sit there and ask any questions. We want to see questions, comments, or concerns here in the Chill Hut.
Just for the big old crowd. It's in the moments, in the smoke we breathe, in the crackle of fire, in the lives we weave. On the flame, chasing stars, we ain't got no shame. Fireworks burst, we feel alive, just lost souls under July sky. Freedom ain't just for the big old crowd. It's in the moments, in the smoke we breathe, in the crackle of fire, in the lives we weave. Howl like howl the flame, chasing stars, we ain't got no shame. Fireworks burst, we feel alive, just lost souls under July sky.
Okay, sorry about that slight connection issue there, ladies and gentlemen. I know that there was a small hiccup there.
Over on the
On
on
the
the
Twitch
YouTube
side, yes.
over on the YouTube side. The song playing is currently Fireworks and Smoke, again made by our boy Guardian over here.
Hold for a second, please. We're up to 9 viewers. 10.
Yo.
We're up to 10 viewers.
Yo.
Okay, ladies
Wait,
and
wait, wait.
gentlemen.
What do we do with 10 viewers?
I think we know what that means.
Yeah.
I think we know what that means. I think Guardian's regretting his life choices.
All right, ladies and
I'll do a
gentlemen,
partial with you.
who does not know, every time my soul is saved. We're down to
look.
8.
Nope. We hit 10. You gotta do it.
Fuck.
Nope. Can't slither your way out of this one, buddy.
Nice try.
Okay. So since we hit 10 viewers on Twitch, I have to take a blinker. So who's gonna set a timer for 6 seconds for me? Because I'm gonna get lost in just hitting this.
Hang on a minute. I got you. If I can get my clock. All right. Stopwatch. I'm ready. Tell me when you're ready to die, sir.
Don't say it like that, fucker.
Alrighty.
Oh, we just
I'm glad he's pointing you out.
Alrighty, Guardian.
Okay.
I will count you down from 3. You ready?
Okay.
We
Yep.
got 3, 2, 1, go. And stop. Proceeds.
I love my fans. Even though most of y'all I love my fans. Oh god. My soul's about to leave my body.
This is where he regrets his
Mine
life
too.
decisions.
Shut up.
Oh.
Mine too, so shut up.
Hang on, this ain't fair. I ain't got my bong next to me. Hang on a minute.
I already
So
did
again,
my
ladies
6-second
and
one with Guardian. Now it's your turn.
yeah.
I have a
So
bong, I
ladies
don't have
and
my
gentlemen,
Benjamin.
The
but
air
ladies
is
and
so
gentlemen,
still here.
Can I get some at least some W's in the chat for me taking that hit like a fucking champ? I didn't die and wind up in the floor like last time.
So the air is so still here that until like 30 seconds ago, my smoke was still hanging in the air right where I left it.
Okay, so since we're not getting any questions from the chat right now, let's go ahead and just make some small talk. Like, so to go back to the coffee shop business, like, what is the best roast that y'all sell at the coffee shop?
We honestly really just sell one roast. And that's what we kind of just make all of our coffees from. It's like a medium to dark roast, and it's like
Okay.
brand is Steam Dot. So
Alrighty. Have y'all ever thought about expanding out, seeing what other companies were out there for good coffees? Because I know me personally, Black Rifle Coffee is one of the best coffees that I've had.
the problem is that everyone likes something completely different. So like, so hard to like spread like do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Trying
hard
to
to
hear
like
me die.
see what brands are out there and just like kind of change it up. I know that next winter I'll be going to Anchorage to do some testing, some like taste testings, but
Yeah.
um yeah, we're not like 100% sold on um like switching. So
Okay. Well, I just know that I know other companies do all that and everything.
What's your favorite item to make?
mine?
Yeah.
Ooh. Uh chocolate. Okay. Chocolate ice cream. Like so I make a milk so I make a milkshake. So we have like milkshakes as well. So like chocolate milkshake with peanut butter.
So a Reese's shake
Like uh yeah.
to dumb it down. A Reese's shake.
More or less.
Nice. That makes my big backside fucking scream. Dude, I would probably
If it,
buy out. I would probably buy you out if I had the money for it. I'd probably get one of each item and be like, all right, I'm coming back next month.
Yeah, that's fair.
With that, yes, I'd have to agree. I'd have to come back and I'd have to buy you out constantly.
Be like, hey,
Okay,
yo,
yes.
sorry, it's all mine. try tomorrow. I'm broke then. I don't get paid till next week.
Yeah, it's we have some we have some regulars, bro. We have some real regulars, like spending like $30 every single day for like the last 3 years. Type regulars.
That's what you call a loyal customer.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
So
Well, Chad is still not coming up. Queen, do you have any questions for Rude?
So, as being someone who's worked in customer service, do you have those one or two favorite customers that you could be having a bad day and you see that regular come in and your day just gets even a little bit brighter?
yeah. Yes. Absolutely. With one customer has kind of like become like a second father to me. I've known him for I want to say like 7 years. Um, I obviously won't like say who it is, like name drop, but like he always gets a 4-shot hazelnut latte. Doesn't matter the day, doesn't matter the time. That's his drink. But like a big thing that like the reason why he's like that customer for me is like it doesn't matter the mood that we're in. We always like find something to joke about or laugh at each other for something.
It's just that little connection bond that you get with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I actually well the other part to it as well is like he used to be my manager
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so like now he comes to the coffee shop and gets coffees like almost every day type shit, and
That's
it
cool as
just
shit.
it makes it like feel yeah
Makes it feel
makes it
more
feel
humble.
so much more like real and
Just more humble.
yeah.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
How often do you stream?
I go through spurts. So like right now I'm not really streaming a whole lot because there's really nothing for me to stream. Going so like starting May 21st though, or like shortly before that, something like that, I'll be streaming a lot. So like for World of Warcraft, there's basically an expansion that drops on May 21st
Mm-hmm.
that I'll be putting a lot of time into.
Gotcha.
That uh like, I'll be streaming like 16 hours a day type shit. So I'll be streaming that quite a lot when that comes. But yeah, it's just it all really just depends on my mood. As to like when I stream and how much I stream, and so
Nice. Leads to my next question. When would we? Well, you said what was it?
around May 21st.
May 21st.
Yep.
So is that when we're gonna see you live next?
It should be, yeah. Unless something happens to where you don't, but yeah, it should be that around that.
Because I was gonna say, like, when's the best possibility we can catch you live next?
Around May 21st. I actually also will be hopefully starting back up streaming from the coffee shop.
Ooh.
I used to do that a lot.
Do you do the GoPro thing, or do you just set a camera up
No,
next to you and stream that
set up a
way?
camera.
Or do you do it off of your phone?
So I do it off like a really kind of like shitty work laptop that gets me like 30 FPS, but it's still like kind of cool to see, you know?
Dude,
So,
I literally sit there. I find myself sitting there watching those kind of videos or streams like all the time. I'll just sit there and watch like people cook food and like and do all that shit. I sit there and watch it for hours. I'll watch shorts on like the TikTok chefs and shit like that. So if you do go live while working at your shop, you will most definitely see me there.
okay. Well, I will definitely keep a lookout for you, and I'm happy to always talk about shit.
Yep. We're back up to viewers. I'm scared now. If we hit 10 again, I have to take another blinker.
I don't know that I'll be doing this one with you.
Yeah, I can't do another one, bro.
You hear this, chat? They're a bunch of wussies.
I'm a newbie.
Challenge accepted, motherfucker. Alright, hang on. How many do we if I see a certain number on this YouTube side? Okay, we're saved. We are saved.
Scream.
But
I would scream if like 50 people just flooded in.
if we got fucking raided, bro. Imagine.
Oh no. No.
Imagine.
No.
Imagine
No.
imagine you get raided by like some big fucking streamer with like 1,000 people. That's a fucking tense. You're taking 100-second blinker there, brother. You're not coming back up from the dead. You're not coming back.
No, I won't be able to. I wouldn't be able to. I'd fucking die.
Exactly. Like I just said, you wouldn't come back. You wouldn't come back, brother.
Yeah, that would be an experience for fucking hell. I would have to go until it stopped. Like I couldn't pull 100 seconds.
Just
Get over here.
no, the rest, literally the rest.
Out.
No, literally the rest of the episode until you green out. You're gonna have to sit there and do blinkers. The rest of the fucking episode, it would just be up to me, Queen, and Rude to keep it going.
Yeah.
This motherfucker would be dead and out of his soul. He'd be dead and out of his body for a long time.
Might as well just send him to the hospital, bro.
All he needs is his bed. He'd be alright. Nobody's ever died from smoking too much weed.
I would just pass out on the floor, just lay there.
Literally just pass out on the floor, and then next thing you know, his guy's fucking hand in the microwave.
Trying to get some of that
Totally
food.
thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Get your mind out of the gutter there, Queen.
I can't get my mind out of where it lives.
That's why you go on trips. You go on little trips. Take a walk. Yeah. Take a walk out of that gutter.
Nah, it's nice and comfy in this gutter.
Oh my god. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, on both Twitch and TikTok, if you have any questions for any of us, we're here to answer them. please feel free. This is open floor for any of our viewers and stuff like that. So please make sure to ask any questions and all that. And while we're waiting on that, I'll give a shout out. Carbon, thank you for being here. Mama Rosie, thank you for being here. Y'all are some amazing people. Immortality, see you there somewhere. Who's that guy?
Yeah, who's that guy? I don't know who he is.
But Carbon, do you have any questions for us?
Uh-oh, you're unleashing carbon?
Yes, unleash the chaos. We need it.
I think this is actually a fun. Ooh, a Power World server. That actually gives me a another chance to do this. And Guardian, I think you should be picking up exactly what I'm getting at right now.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here's another ad from Amazing Immortality.
God damn it, I need to bring it back up again. Hang on. Wait a minute. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for my own segment. Typical me. All right. So, everybody on the YouTube and Twitch side, you guys are going to be seeing a QR code pop up. What this QR code is, if you and your buddies are looking for some good quality, cheap servers for your games, aka Minecraft, 7 Days to Die, Power World, as we're learning right now, for a really good price and not overly feed and taxed and whatever, better bang for your buck, go on over to billing.boosted.net for listed servers within GitHub /PelicanEggs/eggs. You guys will see a plethora of servers for your liking, for your game of needs, for your gaming needs. If you use code Misfits at checkout, you will get 15% off of your purchase. Again, that is code Misfits at checkout. Get 15% off of your server. Go check out our guys over at boosted.net. Really good servers for a really good price. Highly recommend them.
On the Twitch side, we have the QR code. Again, scan that QR code, use code /Misfits. 15% off on any of their servers that they have available. The team is good. They're willing to work with us. Again, 15% off. Use code Misfits. Even if you don't want to buy something right now, at least go check it out. See it looks. See what it looks. See if there's something that you would want. And just for prime example, if you look at a normal Minecraft server, vanilla Minecraft runs you about $80 to $100 just to own that server. And then whenever you do the 15% off, you're saving so much money compared to what you would be buying at normal. So the savings are there. So, again, use code English is hard, fucking hell. Use code Misfits to get 15% off. And again, use the QR code here on the screen on the Twitch side.
And if I may add, a little perk to this boosted.net. I'm looking right here. It says the premium Minecraft server. For a regular Minecraft server on the regular, like the regular hosting the regular hosting networks, they are running you $89.82 for a 18 gigabyte server, right? Right? We go on over to our boosted pals over here. They're giving 19 gigs of RAM on your server for $19. Let that sink into your wallet's brain real quick. And tell me it doesn't make it very, very happy. Like, you
you're telling
can't
me-
beat that.
Hang on, so you're telling me that I am paying $89 for less RAM than what I would be paying with this QR code to get the max amount.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're telling our audience here, is that they could use this to save so much money that they could wind up owning multiple servers.
For the price that you'd be paying for one.
Exactly. So again, ladies and gentlemen, scan that QR code, type in code / misfits, and redeem that coupon. Get yourself a server, and they have a plethora. Like I said, they got Minecraft. I know Immortality was talking 7 Days to Die.
Yes, sir. And
They got Daisy.
I even see I've even been thinking about getting back into Power World recently, and now I see they do Power World server now, so I might be looking into a Power World server because I want some Pokemon with guns. Because America.
Yeah. America. And it's the fourth philosophy. Why the fuck not?
Exactly.
Okay. So, QR code's going off screen here in a second. So again, scan this QR code, wind up getting that 15% off, and let them know that the Misfits and the Chill Hut sent you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful night so far. So I'm going to allow.
We do have
Mr.
a comment from the YouTube side saying
What's up?
YouTube has such a better audio quality. So maybe the audio quality is a little on the rakier side, I would assume.
It may just be me.
Might have to figure something.
I'm working on a few things.
May have to figure something out in the
Too
next week or
loud.
two.
Twitch side is the audio.
Yeah, Kat, is it too loud? Is it too loud, too quiet? Kind of evenly balanced? Like, what we got going on here? We love the constructive criticism. We will always welcome the
Okay,
criticism.
so we'll wind up meeting up with him later, because I know who that is now.
Okay.
But okay. But yeah, we'll. Honestly, I think this may be where we start to close down for the night.
Alrighty.
Ladies and
What song?
Well,
what song
I'm
are we
kind of
thinking about
tapped
closing
out.
off with?
Well, let's see here. How about we send them off with Puffin' with the Crew?
I was just looking at it.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, mobsters, mobstats, all the best fucking people in the world. I know we're normally not closing up this early, but it is the 4th of July. And everyone that is celebrating with their families and everything, we don't want to take too much of their time away. We appreciate the time and the vibes that you've brought tonight. For all the viewers on Twitch and all the viewers on TikTok and all the viewers on YouTube, we thank you so very much from the bottom of our hearts. We love you all. We hope that y'all have an amazing and a safe 4th of July. Rude, appreciate you for coming on and sharing your story.
Yeah.
And again, you've been an amazing guest. We wish the best endeavors, and hopefully the Chill Hut brings you a little bit of business.
Hey, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any words to say before we leave?
I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, both on YouTube and the Twitch side. We greatly appreciate We greatly appreciate you guys. We will be back next week, next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been a blast. Again, Rude, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for sharing your experiences, sharing your stories.
Hey, I'm always down for repeat special guests as well.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Hell yeah. So my normal outro, I guess you could say, would be stay classy, stay beautiful, and stay yourselves, because why the fuck not? Keep your vibes high, keep them drinks low, and we will see you guys next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the weed's gone, the taps are empty, the bottles are completely gone. The Chill Hut is about to close for the night. We love every single one of you, ladies and gentlemen. We hold everything dear to y'all, and we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for y'all. So I want to state from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of the Chill Hut team, thank you again. Come back next week. Make sure that you got your pristine bud and the best alcohol known to man. The vibes are always high. The beer's always flowing. The whiskey's always going, and the weed is always there. So again, I'm going to give a shout out to everyone that's here in the for everyone that's here on the Twitch side. Carbon, thank you for being here. Mama Rosa, thanks for being here. Rocky, thank you for being here. All of y'all are amazing. Love every single one of you. Keep heads up. Make sure that everything stays good. Queen, do you have anything to say?
Everyone, stay safe, stay happy. Remember, you're amazing and awesome. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And thank you for being here.
With that being said, I think it's time to close up shop. What do you guys think?
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ride out with the crew. So y'all have good vibes, good night, and enjoy. Melody. And 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Go.
Lunch on the table, smoke rising like a halo. Passing to the left, steady moving like a payload. Couch got us sinking, thoughts got us thinking. Eyes half closed, but the vibe never blinking. We puffing with the crew, yeah, the world moving slow. Clouds in the room, let the good times flow. Laughing till we choke, let the stress just go. Blazing with my brothers, that's the life I know. Ashtray full, but the bag ain't empty. Roll another up, that's the crew's assembly. Words getting twisted, tongues moving heavy, but the love in the room always feeling steady. Green dreams, we chase them, never feel away. Lift Drifting off the planet, yeah, we in a better state. Voices blend together, all our minds relate. Smoking with the fam, call it fate, not debate. We puffin' with the crew, yeah, the world moving slow. Clouds in the room, let the good times flow. Laughing till we choke, let the stress just go. Blazing with my brothers, that's the life I know. Midnight munchies raiding kitchen drawers. Chips and cookies, crumbs on the floors. Conversations deep, open mental doors. Lost in the haze, but we finding more. Midnight munchies, raiding kitchen drawers. Chips and cookies, crumbs on the floors. Conversations deep, open mental doors. Lost in the haze, but we finding more.